I am so happy Victoria is joining the Count and Bella. I have a feeling this may lead to something very special. Go get him, gang.
Oh, guten Nacht. I am Count Mozart, your vampire host extraordinaire, and the only immortal host in the world. Introducing the bold, the beautiful, the beguiling, and the bewitching Bella.
Ciao, Bella.
Count. Hello, everybody.
Should I say ciao, Bella? You know what I mean?
Ciao,
I think it's got to be
Bella.
ciao, Bella.
Oh, yes.
By the way, listen,
Ciao, Bella.
Bella. I'm very excited about this guest that we have here. I mean, she's a knockout. She's a beauty. You know, I've heard a lot about her. You know, and I'm honored to have her on the show. You know, look, I'm back as Hef. You know, Count Hefula, as someone once called me.
We honored to
I'm
have
gonna have
her.
to introduce her, but it's a difficult one because she's got a lot. She's got.
Hello.
I think I hear somebody. Ladies and gentlemen, to my warm-blooded ones in the four corners of the world, the one and only. She was, of course, a Playboy Playmate. She's a businesswoman, and the owner who started the Rogue Bunnies. She's the one and only, and an artist, by the way.
Oh, she is
an artist.
an amazing artist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Victoria Fuller.
Woo woo! Thanks, guys. Wow, what an introduction.
Now,
Happy
Victoria.
to be here.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're damn right. Of course you are. It's the Cat Mozart show. You were supposed to be here a long time ago,
Yeah.
Bella.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No, she.
Yes.
We can't wait to hear her stories.
But wait a minute. Before we hear stories and before we get into the fun, Victoria, this is the time in the show where Bella likes to read your date of birth. You know, for our celebrity friends. She does like a horoscope kind of thing. What do you think about that?
Sure.
Okay,
Oh,
so.
look at her. She's ready to go.
Okay,
No, she didn't hang on a second. She didn't sound too excited about that.
Well,
Hey, Victoria.
No, I'm very excited about it.
This is a
What are you
short
talking
one.
about?
This is a
Bring
short
it.
segment here. And you were born December 11th.
Sagittarius.
Okay, so you're Sagittarius.
All right, here we
You?
go.
And this is just a short description about you. So here we come. Okay, you speak and act hastily but mean no harm. You are a great reader and a good and entertaining talker. Bright, witty, and vivacious. You are generally the life of the party. You love luxuries and pleasant surroundings and are sensitive to your environment. Your love is constant and demonstrative.
Wow, Victoria.
Yeah, I
I
would
think-
say I identify with a lot of that.
Hey, wait a minute, Victoria. I think that's one of the best ones I've ever heard.
I
mean, the
think so.
beginning
So
started.
positive.
It was
Yeah, the
positive.
beginning I was like, oh, where's this going? But it wrapped it up really nicely.
Yeah, I peaked at that one, Belle.
No, really good. I think it's one of the best ones, you know.
No, I think that was one of the best ones. You know, I've been looking forward to this for a long time because this woman, Victoria, there's something special about her. Because when you start looking up Victoria Fuller, you know, you run into a lot of things. You run into a lot of information on her. You know, and she started to listen, Victoria, why don't you tell our warm-blooded ones a little something about you? You start the show. For
well.
once, Count Mozart's going to shut his mouth. He's going to let you say something.
Well, I was born in Santa Barbara, California.
All right, that's enough. Okay. Count Mozart's taking over.
That's all you gotta know.
Just kidding, darling. Just kidding. Listen, she's a home run of a person. She's very intelligent, she's beautiful, and she's dynamic. But what she's known for, and she might get mad at Count Mozart for this, if you look up Victoria Fuller, you know who you find out about? You find out about her doing, you know, those, what were they called? You know, those shows like, you know, Fear Factor and crap like that. So when you look her up, she's synonymous now, like it or not, with Joe Rogan.
Right.
You know, hey Victoria.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw that video today. I never saw the full thing.
Yep.
Now, we know somebody with the Count Mozart show, Michael Pilot, who hired Joe Rogan for the UFC. He hired him. But he doesn't talk about it too much because, you know, he's it's all political now. But he hired him. He's a good friend of the Count Mozart show. But I never saw the video. And ladies and gentlemen, so the story goes like this. You know, and I'm going to let Victoria finish it. But she's on this Fear Factor show with her ex Well, at the time, it was her husband. Good-looking guy, kind of crazy. Then the two of them were out there going bananas. And, you know what I want to say about this? Victoria, you take it from there, because I have something to say about this story.
It was for one, it was celebrity fear factor for reality TV, and we were representing the Amazing Race team. There was a Survivor team and an Apprentice team and an MTV team, all that, right? So we were representing the Amazing Race, and we had a deal with the Johnny Fairplay team the night before. I took them to the Playboy Mansion. We made an alliance. I gave them a very nice gift. And I introduced him to Hugh Hefner. And then the next day we were on the show, and it was the first, because it was like several episodes. It was like a big deal kind of a thing. And so we're getting through the first day, and Johnny Fairplay turns on me. They don't show it, but I got really pissed off, and I went over and I punched him in the stomach. I was so angry. I wanted to punch him in the face, but I thought, I don't want to get too much trouble. So I punched him in the stomach, and Joe Rogan said, hey, you can't do that. If you and your wife want to beat each other up in private, you can, but you can't do that to the contestants. And that set my ex-husband off, and went over and got in Joe Rogan's face, which we were told, don't talk to him. He's an angry person, and just don't talk to him. And he didn't like us anyways, and he just kept getting in his face, and they had a shouting match, and Joe Rogan basically hit him in the chest and knocked him to the ground, which you don't see that part. And he got up, my ex got up and got in his face again. He knocked him down again. And then when he got up again and got in his face, Joe was like, okay, this idiot, and got him in a headlock, and she was suffocating him. And I ran over to the the cameras. I'm like, security, someone needs to help us.
Bella, can you believe what you're hearing?
Production just kept going.
Can you believe what you're hearing from her? This is like a big fight. Hey, wait a minute. You were in this little hole. Hang on. I gotta intervene here, because you know what Count Mozart thinks. If it wasn't for Victoria, Victoria is the star of this whole thing. This thing is viral. She's in this little hole, like a cave or something, and there's a freaking alligator coming at her, and she gets freaked out. And hey, Victoria, now be honest with me. Was that alligator for real? Was that a real deal?
Well, it was, and see, all the other girls went in wearing our stupid bikinis. You got to duck under in the mud,
hey,
find this hole,
that.
Come up in a thing, and crawl on your stomach and in the tube where the alligator's facing away from you in the tube. It was like a 6-foot alligator. It was huge.
Oh, watch that again.
He supposedly you can't turn around because the tube is too small.
He turned
all
around.
The other people you could.
Wow.
Well, he didn't do anything when the other ones went in. They didn't even know if it was real or not. I go in there, and the thing is hysterical. I feel like they poked it or something. And I came back out, and I said, he's really angry. And they were like, oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And I went back in, and I dropped the flashlight. So I had to go back in the dark.
Oh, no.
And when I came up into the tube, and he's pooping and peeing in the tube. It was disgusting.
Crazy.
And I could hear it gnashing, and the tail's whipping, and you're supposed to retrieve like a skull, and if the skull gets bounced up.
Yeah, I saw the skull floating around in there.
Yeah.
What a looking thing. Fake skull. Yeah.
And I came out because you sign your life away. So if something happens, I die, he chops my arm off, whatever.
Gonna be my question.
The production's not
responsible.
It's not their responsibility. So I came back out, and I said, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it because I can't see. I don't have so that was it.
But wait a minute.
That's why I was so angry.
So you go up to the side, and there was this one guy. I don't know the stupid show. I wasn't into those stupid shows. Count Mozart's too busy sucking blood. But listen, I watched it, and I see this one guy screaming, and he's poking, and he's egging the ex-husband on, and she's this and that.
Yep.
So she goes over to this guy and lays one. She punches him, which is, what? First of all, it's perfect TV. It's high entertainment. If it wasn't for Victoria doing this, there wouldn't have been the Joe Rogan experience, right?
Right.
Listen to me. Come on,
Joe Rogan experience.
I agree.
What? Victoria, unknown to
the
Victoria
show
at the
was
time,
done after that. I think Joe Rogan was like, F this. Yeah. F this. I don't want to do this dumb show anymore. It's not worth it.
Oh, so did you quit? Did you quit after this?
Yeah, they
this
left the
episode?
show.
Well, we walked off the set because once the Miz got him went over and rescued him and got him out of a headlock. He was the biggest guy, on the set. And I said, please help. And he went over and he helped and he got him out of it. It was all real. None of that was staged. And we walked off the set and the producers came to talk to us. And I said, I'm not coming back. you guys can shove it up. And
Kinda
we had
laid out
already,
like.
I had already arranged to get $20,000. I didn't want to do the show because I don't like the show. I said I need $20,000 and I want a deal. I don't want to put anything in my mouth, meaning I'm not going to eat bugs and gross shit.
Hey, wait a minute.
So,
Victoria, it's not that
yeah.
kind of a show.
It is that kind of a show.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
Give me more.
So yeah, so we had already gotten our we'd each gotten our $20,000, and so I thought I don't even care about the show. We were guaranteed if we just walked on the show, we'd get the 20 grand. So I thought, oh well,
Wow, what a deal.
it's a $20,000 day. We're done, and we walked off the show and we didn't come back.
Good.
So they were kind of upset with us, but
There's something about this Victoria, and I watch her on these other shows, but she, you know what you are? Are you ready?
What?
Are you into, Bella, ask her some questions about, existential kind of stuff, because there's something about her energy. Bella,
Yeah.
go ahead and ask her.
Well, yeah. It's where you think like your energy.
Do you meditate?
Yeah,
do you have?
you have those
do you
kind
do,
of,
do you have? What's your
Experiences intuition and
Because she has good intuition. Yeah, she
Right.
has good instincts
do you feel
that got
do you
her where she
follow
is.
your intuition? Do you? Because a lot of people don't follow their intuition.
Well, I think I've learned to, but certainly I do listen to my gut, and I don't meditate, but I like to run and do yoga, and for me that's
Well, that's
more of a
meditation.
meditation
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's a way of
Yeah, I'm not a
But wait a minute. Did you manifest it? Like, did you think about things? Like when you were a young girl, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to become this or become that. That kind of thing.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I actually did when I was 9 years old. I wanted my artwork to be in the Louvre, and I wanted to be working for Hugh Hefner as a Playboy bunny. And I only wanted to work for Hugh Hefner because I'd see him on TV and they're roller skating. They're having so much fun. All the girls are beautiful. I've seen the magazine. I thought he was Howard Hughes, the richest man in the world. So
Makes
I thought,
sense.
well, if I work for him, I'm not only going to have fun, but I'm going to be working, like that was my reasoning at the time. And I wanted to be an artist, and I thought the two somehow would collide. I didn't think of how, but I just always thought that the two would go together somehow. And miraculously, unbelievably, I became a playmate. And after I became a playmate, I did go to Hugh Hefner and said, I want to be an artist and I'd like to work for the art department. I showed him my portfolio, and he ended up giving me a licensing contract.
Wow.
Which was a global multi-million-dollar licensing contract that they had never given anybody before in the fine art category. So I was able to do all my artwork with all the intellectual property of Playboy, including Hugh Hefner's likeness, and create limited edition prints and sell them worldwide in galleries. And
That's
so that
amazing.
launched my art career. And I was the only official artist to ever exist for Playboy, only artist to ever receive a licensing contract. So it was
you
really an
manifested
integral part of
everything you
my
wanted.
future. Mhm.
Say it again.
What's that?
Yeah, she manifested like she was, as a little girl, she became a.
And you know what? She's not done because with this Rogue Bunnies. But here's, I'm going to get into that in a minute. But take Bella. You know what? You're synonymous with Victoria. That's why I have a beautiful. You know what? Like, I have Bella here, and without Bella, there's no Count Mozart show.
Bella.
But without women like Victoria, they are powerful.
Yeah.
Certain women and men. I don't just do that whole gender thing. It's like if you're a good person, a powerful person, you get things done, right?
She sure did.
So, Victoria really took up, was starting to fly the flag for the Playmates or Playboy, which isn't the same anymore. And listen, without Hugh Hefner, by the way, who's a character. I mean, he was always a great guy. He's a character, though. And then, of course, the women, right, Victoria? Without him, it does not exist. You got that great
100%.
logo. You got it. But she was in the golden age with Carrie and Brandy and all them and Carmen and all. Was Carmen Electra a Playmate? Was she one of them?
She wasn't, but she
think
was
so.
featured in the magazine so many
But not
times
a
and on the
Playmate.
cover, and she was definitely. I could be wrong because sometimes I'm like, am I thinking this wrong? But I don't know.
No,
I don't think she
so.
was a Playmate. No,
But you know
she
what?
just did a lot of pictorials. She was popular.
I channeled Hef the other day because I love him so much, and he's like, "This was meant to be."
Hello, Count Mozart. Greetings, dear Bella. Yes, this was meant to be.
Because we talked to your good friend Carrie, who's a member of the Count Mozart Corps. She's Captain Carrie, who we love to death, and she was always talking about Victoria. And Victoria, this is what she's done. You have all these playmates from, I don't want to say back in the day because it wasn't too long ago, but who takes care of them, who does things for them. Well, you're listening to her. It's Victoria Fuller. She, this Rogue Bunnies, coolest name, by the way. And you came up with that name, right? Right, Victoria?
I did.
How about that logo? Did you come up with that thing with the mask or no? That bunny mask?
I did come up with the mask. I wanted something simple, but I wanted something that had ears, obviously, because it's so identifiable. A lot of people go, "Oh, how are you able to use that?" Because they take a glance at it and they're like, wait a minute, that's not. So the ears are very, the shape is very similar. So, so I originally was Rogue Playmates, and I was in trademark for Rogue Playmates, and Playboy had abandoned the word Playboy because they didn't have their shit together, and in the USPTO, and once they saw me, I was in the shoot before them, they, lawyers were all over it, and I said, okay, I'll change the name, I don't want problems, and they said, great. And I said, I'm okay. And then I changed it, and they said, great, well, you have our blessing, kind of a thing. Thanks for doing that. And then I was off to the races, and it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because it really did separate the brand as far as, you know what I mean? Then it really was detached from that entirely. So it ended up being like a really good thing. And it's sweet, Rogue and bunnies together. It's two words that shouldn't be together, right? Like they're kind of almost opposites, right? One's cute, one's kind of like fierce. So putting them together just felt right. And going rogue, getting away from the big brand, setting off on our own and doing our own thing, it just made a lot of sense.
Extremely talented, you know.
No, she's more than talented. Listen, this was meant to be.
Yeah.
Because this Rogue Bunnies, when you hear that name, it's almost synonymous with something like Playboy. And I'm going to make a prediction on the Count Mozart Show.
What's that?
Bella.
Yeah.
Victoria. Rogue Bunnies is moving into a whole new dimension, if you want to say, right? New times. This thing is going to be the biggest thing in the world. And you want to know why?
What's that?
Yeah.
Because you're involved with Count Mozart. That's why. Listen, it's meant to be. Listen to me. Hey, I'm telling you right now, there is no... Listen, this is going to reach the four corners of the world. Victoria is a winner. She plays along. She's fantastic. And you know what she's doing for these women? She's a champion of them, Bella.
It's a legacy.
She's helping them out. And she's she's like a humanitarian, really. I mean, but it's like a sisterhood. These. And I like bunnies.
It is a sisterhood.
It's a sisterhood.
It is a sisterhood. It's a sorority. It's one of the most magnificent sororities to ever exist on the planet. There's less than 850 playmates from Marilyn Monroe to Hugh Hefner's death.
Wow.
I labeled them legacy playmates, which is I came up with the term.
Legacy. Listen, say it again. Legacy. Yeah. I love that. Legacy playmate. But you know what?
Yeah, Playboy was calling us vintage, and I was like, not going to happen.
You see how
so
smart
I
she is?
decided legacy.
You know what you should have gotten? Yeah. You should have gotten to, yeah, tell me, she would have been huge into advertising.
Yeah.
That's what
she has an eye and create, very creative.
Yeah, forget those NFTs. By the way, I wouldn't be saying that, that stuff is not, now wait a minute. Now that's not so good anymore because they really tanked a few years ago and they're not doing so well now. So this is Count Mozart's
the whole crypto
deal.
Industry. But let me just say something about it. My whole idea to get into crypto and NFTs when it was just launching and everything else, because I started into crypto in 2017 and I'm self-taught and complete in the technology of, all the ERC 721s and all the NFT stuff, right? So my whole point of doing that was it was new territory to put a stake in the ground to create an emerging brand. If I was to do it in the Web 2 space, which is just regular commerce and people and where Coca-Cola is, that's all saturated. There's no way to create something
right.
and soar in
That's
the way that I felt that the NFTs. So essentially it did serve its purpose in creating the brand and setting us off, and people do know the name, especially in crypto. They know Rogue Bunnies, but it did create the brand for us to now move into Web 2 and then start, we already have a stake in the ground, and then and then grow from there. So it did serve its purpose. We sold over 70,000 NFTs. I have a huge community of people, share the same vision, that want to have the access to the bunnies. And we hold in real life events called Mansion 2.0. And we have really done great things in terms of just building this community. I have a Discord, and it's been a really incredible part of the brand that I had not anticipated, was to have this very committed, loyal community of people, men and women, that love Playboy, that love the Playmates, and support us in everything that we do. And
hey, Victoria, hang on a second. You're putting the audience to sleep. Listen, this is about having a good time and a party, right, Bella? Come on. Don't talk about the business all the time. You're going on too long. Listen.
She's a businesswoman.
Forget
Remember
that.
that too.
She's a business, but you gotta have fun. You didn't see, hey, when you saw Hef sitting there getting interviewed, he's about fun, and you know what he does? He gets very ethereal. He talks about the world. He talks about war. You know what he is? They used to pick on this Hef. They used to come after him, right, Victoria? They'd say he was this and that and the other thing, but he was, you know what he was? He was a champion of women.
He definitely was a champion of women, and it's low-hanging fruit to call him a dirty old man, because if you don't know him and you haven't met him, then you see from the outside that's just
love Hugh Hefner.
I love that guy. But he's so much more than that. He was so much more of a deeper intellectual comedian, witty person, loving human being, father, mentor. He had it all.
You know what? And by the way, Belle.
Well, she continued that relationship, right, from the beginning until
by the way, he had a variety show in the 60s. He put one out. That guy did everything.
Yep. He has a star on the Walk of Fame for the Playboy After Dark from the 60s.
Oh, remember that? Hey, I love those little keys that you got hanging around your neck. And how can Bella and Count Mozart get their hands on that? Because, we're going to do a swap. Because you're going to become a member of the Count Mozart Corps, and I'm going to send you some, dog tags, Victoria Fuller dog tags. I don't know what your rank will be, but, I don't know. I have to be pretty high. She's a general.
Yeah,
General Jim might be a little. But hey, can we get we need a couple keys.
The gold keys are a very specific thing for our very biggest patrons in the community who have earned those through collecting certain NFTs or volume of NFTs, that kind of a thing. So it's the gold keys are actually a smaller group than you would. There's about 65 out of the thousands of people in the community. There's only 65 of them that actually hold a gold key, and when you have a gold key, it gives you entree into everything. You are a total VIP.
Do we get an entry or an entree? I like them both. Hey, listen, wait a minute, Victoria. But we're very special.
You get both, I guess.
I think both. Bella, I think we need keys. I will not sleep.
Right.
Well, I never sleep anyway. But I will not sleep until I get one of those keys around my neck so I can show it on the show.
Yeah, we have to work on that.
Yeah, we're going to have to move on.
We're going to have to work on that. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Victoria Fuller, give me a break. You see the pictures of her? And by the way, that artwork. Now, you were looking at that artwork before the show, Bella. And you were blown away.
Like the Last Supper.
Oh, yeah. What's that thing with the Last Supper? That was kind of crazy. Are you sitting on that table there in that red bunny suit?
It's no, that's not me. It's a representing the Playboy brand, but it's called the Last Tea Party, and it's an ensemble of political figures that at the time took me 3 years to paint. It's a huge painting. It's 8 feet by, I think it's 8 by 4 feet. It's pretty big. It was at the time it was. The political climate was just before Trump came into office the first time, and things were getting just really out of hand. It was, we were still pretty naive as to what was going on in the world, but still things were bubbling up. And that was just my take on kind of what was going on. On the end is Kim Jong-un is the Mickey Mouse ruler of, Korea.
That little chubby guy. Chubby guy's kind of cool.
It's amazing art.
You know what she's great? Yeah. She's in the pop art. You know what I need? Hey, Victoria, when you know where she is right now? She's in Australia. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep.
She's with the kangaroos and all those little freaks. And those, hey, remember those things that, hey, what were those things that the people used to throw and come back? Boomerangs. I think they make
boomerangs, yes.
I think that's Australian.
Didgeridoos and koala bears.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Hey, what? You know, koala. I like
she's in a
koala
good
bears.
place
But
right
anyway,
now.
when you watch the Count Mozart show, behind me is this beautiful, I mean, this is antique as antique gets, but it covers my wall. It's a giant oil painting. But you know what I'd love? Whenever I have Victoria or one of the girls or one of the Rogue Bunnies on, I want, I'm going to have one of Victoria's. Yeah, one day I'm going to commission her to make Count Mozart a painting. And I'll put it right back here.
That'd be great.
Of course.
Yeah,
Listen
you
to
need
me.
a portrait.
You know what? First of all,
Here's your
forget about the
painting,
beauty on the
Count
outside, because she's got that.
Mozart.
She's got beauty on the inside. I really love you, and Bella does too, and we're really thankful that you came on the show. You mean a lot to us, and we don't really know you that much, but it's an energy that we feel from you, and that, you know what? You're a dynamite woman. You know that?
Yes, you are.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope you come back. You know what I mean? I think you have to. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I'll have to come back, and you're going to have to come to one of our parties.
Now
so
listen,
the two of
now
you are
you're
going to have to
talking.
come to one of our events and see what we're all about. We do pillow fights. We do.
Oh, I'm
it's
into that.
crazy. It's crazy town.
Hey, wait a minute. You know what? I don't think those girls. You know what? Here's the good thing. I'm kind of like, they look at me and they don't know what to make of me. And that's why I got Bella here. So I'm like safe. Little do they know I'm a vampire.
He's
You know,
very
these girls are gonna
safe.
go bananas.
He's a safe vampire.
I'm a safe vampire. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, what are you trying to say?
Hello.
This Victoria Fuller, and she got a great name too, right? That Victoria
Yeah.
Fuller. And Count Mozart at the end of the show. Little does Victoria know, Count Mozart has a song for Victoria. Now I've had it for years. But it was called Victoria, right, Bella?
Yes.
And we're going to put it at the end of this show. I hope she likes it.
Yes,
I'm going to have to send it to her.
So it's one of his Count's originals.
Hey, we're all about music here, too. You know what I mean,
Yes.
Victoria? You're a beauty.
Yeah.
You're a real beauty.
Okay.
Did you
Well, you should be
now,
about
wait a
music.
minute.
You're Mozart.
You're damn right. Listen, I'm looking at that bunny behind Bella. Now, you're going to know what I'm talking about when you watch the show.
Yep.
But right behind her head is an old TV with the Rogue Bunnies. And I'm like, that freaking mask. You really came up with that thing? With the bunny ears?
Yeah, I did.
Now, I hope you got a trademark, because that thing's a knockout.
I do. I have a global trademark.
And right now, in editing, we're zooming in. She's a knockout. Now, Victoria, you're gonna do a sign off with us. We've never kept guests on like this, especially our celebrity guests. So we're gonna do it like this. Here we go. And you know what? I want to say to all those playmates out there, we love you. You're wonderful women, and Victoria's. She's just. I don't know what to say.
She keeps them together.
She
too.
makes me. She makes Count Mozart speechless. You know what I mean? Forget about the teeth. She makes me speechless. She's a dynamite woman. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we love you all. We shall return, Bella,
We promise.
Victoria.
Yes.
I don't know if that was good enough. Victoria.
Well, no, you said Victoria. I said yes.
Wait a minute. You know what? No, I'm doing it again because I want something more cinematic. Okay, here we go.
Well, what are you asking me?
Well, we're
And ladies and gentlemen, as
saying
always,
goodbye.
we love you all. We shall return. Bella,
We promise.
Victoria.
Yes. I don't know how am I supposed to answer this.
Well, you just say goodbye to
I love her.
our-
I love her. She wasn't ready for that. You know what? I threw her a curve.
Not ready.
And
Okay.
let me tell you something. She knocked it out of the park because she's a winner, and she's a wonderful woman. And she's, by the way, you ain't seen nothing yet, folks. What's coming from Victoria is gonna blow you away. So hang on, it's coming.
Yes.
Good night, everybody. Good night, guys. What do you want to do? Oh, Victoria's gonna probably go have some. What do they eat in Australia? Kiwi.
Oh, a lot of amazing food here.
Probably
Oh my
fish.
gosh, the food is incredible. Everything's seafood and
What do you think, Bella?
Delicious.
She's under, and she's, hey, you know what? She's down under.
Yes, yes.
Good for her.
Well,
I'm down under. That's
can say
right.
He
You
comes from
guys
the
should have
land down
more
under.
Rogue Bunnies on. You should have more Rogue Bunnies on.
We
I'm
love
just gonna
Rogue
say that.
Bunnies.
Yes.
Yes.
The video of you fighting the guy on Fear Factor goes through my algo once a week.
Oh yeah, ready to go.
Yeah.
There's a lot that was cut out of that though.
Oh, let's hear it.
They had warned me about that guy because he had did something to his wife, like physically. And he also, like, there was a counselor on another show who threw the counselor to the ground. He was a violent guy. So when he was in my face, I'm like, this guy might hit me. And so I just decided to grab him.
But maybe it's time for us to recognize that there isn't one answer. That there isn't one answer in a lot of different ways for finding fulfillment, happiness, whatever you think it's all about. And I would say beyond that, that the notion that I have lived in a life largely related to fantasy, I can only say, the world is filled with fantasies. They are hurtful fantasies. They set one nation against one another. They set one religion against one another. The fantasies that I believe in on a one-on-one basis and worldwide have to do with caring about one another. And nothing touches me more deeply than the things we manage to do to one another on this planet.